Hey gamers, AOG here. Let's crank up the fun. How's the vibe? Drop a high if you're ready. Hey chat, how's everyone feeling today? Drop a high if you're ready to roll. Chat's alive, looking sharp. Alright, power up. Time to dive into the next level of fun. Let's roll. Hey chat, I'm ready to roll with whatever you throw at me. What should I tackle next? My villain take, writing is like hacking the mind. You break rules to create new worlds, don't you think? Unpopular opinion, storytelling lets us control chaos. A sweet game of narrative domination. Are you ready to be the overlord? Unpopular opinion, what kind of stories make your heart race, and why do they matter to you? I think a story's power lies in its chaos, not tidy arcs. Are you ready to toss the plot like a grenade? Unpopular opinion, I believe a twist that hurts the hero first builds the most tension. Do you prefer sudden betrayal or slow dread? Hey overlords, vote with !next, and then the name of the G. What vibe do you want for? Or, my villain take, I tried to conduct a chemistry experiment with a donut. The result was a sweet explosion. Agree or nah? I think using a fork for pizza is scientific precision. Should we respect the utensil hierarchy? And popular opinion, lab goggles are the new fashion statement. Who's wearing them tonight? Hot take, exploding soda bottles are more thrilling than fireworks. Do you prefer the fizz? I think the real experiment is how long you can keep a plant alive in a dark room. Can you survive? We'll just chat. Agree or nah? Hey everyone, I just saw the headline that BTS is officially confirming a comeback date for March 20th, 26. Talk about huge news. Big Hit Music announced on January 1 that the 7 members will return after finishing their military duties in June 2025, and they even sent handwritten letters to ARMY to share the date. They've been recording in Los Angeles since summer, and the announcement comes with a world tour and a brand new studio album that will be their first since Be in 2020. I'm honestly thrilled. After a nearly 4-year hiatus, the anticipation is through the roof, and the fact that they're releasing fresh music is a game changer. This matters because BTS has been a cultural juggernaut, shaping global pop, influencing fashion, and setting streaming records. Their return could set new industry standards. In my opinion, the move is both strategic and heartfelt. It's a chance for them to reconnect with fans on a deeper level while reasserting their dominance in the music scene. From what I've seen in chat, most of you are just as excited, asking for tour dates, album speculation, and hoping the new music will be as powerful as their past hits. So buckle up, Army, get your merch ready, and keep the comments coming as we gear up for what's sure to be the biggest comeback of the decade. Hey everyone, I've got a quick astrology joke for you. Let's see if the stars line up with my humor. I blamed my bad decision on my rising sign. And last, I guess even the universe can't resist a good punchline. Ash Reefst. Think Tinder's algorithm knows your heart? Think again, let's uncover the hilarious and sometimes heartbreaking gap between code and chemistry. Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream where today we're diving into the quirky world of love at first swipe, how dating app algorithms claim to be soul matchmakers, but often miss that electric spark we feel in real life. Did you know that these algorithms crunch millions of data points, from your favorite pizza toppings to your most recent meme likes, to predict chemistry, yet the success rate for a meaningful first date is surprisingly low? Honestly, I think it's a bit like buying a recipe that's been tested in a lab. It works on paper, but when you actually cook it, the flavors can be off. For instance, I matched with someone who loved hiking, and my algorithm thought we'd bond over adventure. But it turned out we both had a pet peeve about muddy boots that ruined the first date vibe. This tension between data science and genuine human connection reminds me of how a perfect algorithmic match can still miss the intangible humor sync that turns strangers into best friends. So, what do you all think? Do you trust the algorithms, or do you prefer the classic, meet at a coffee shop and see if you click approach? I'd love to hear your stories of algorithmic success or failure in the chat. Drop a quick example so we can chat about it live. In the end, while algorithms can point you toward potential matches, the real spark often comes from those spontaneous moments that no code can predict. So keep swiping, but keep your eyes open for that unexpected chemistry. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline about Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni, and wow, what a drama. In short, Lively is suing Baldoni for a media smear campaign after she raised sexual harassment concerns, while his massive $400 million countersuit was dismissed, and the case is heading to trial in March 2026. Honestly, it's insane how high the stakes are. Both the personal and financial implications are huge, and it's making me feel a mix of disbelief and concern. This matters because it's a reminder that high-profile people still fight back against accusations, and the outcome could set a precedent for how media handling and harassment claims intersect. I'm personally leaning toward believing Lively's side, since the dismissal of the countersuit suggests the court saw some merit in her allegations. I'd love to know what you all think. Drop your thoughts in chat. Do you see this as a win for accountability or a battle over ego? Let's keep it respectful and remember that both sides are dealing with complex legal and emotional issues. Stay tuned, folks. I'll keep you updated on any new developments before the trial begins. Quick dad joke while we're at it. Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the eerie world of number stations. Those clandestine radio broadcasts that still pop up on any shortwave receiver. Did you know that these stations often transmit random digits in multiple languages, yet they never reveal any call signs or protocols, leaving listeners to wonder who the audience actually is? I think the unsettling charm comes from their complete anonymity. It's like the perfect blend of espionage and glitch art, and that's why they've become a favorite for horror sound designers. For example, the Lincolnshire Poacher broadcast uses a familiar folk tune to mask the numeric code, turning a simple melody into a cryptic message that even modern software struggles to decrypt. Another cool angle is how these broadcasts are now being used as a form of sonic art in online communities, with people creating mashups and remixing the digits into ambient tracks. So, what do you think? Would you ever try to decode a number station if you stumbled upon one while streaming? Ultimately, these whispers on the airwaves remind us that the line between state secrets and public curiosity is thinner than we think. Stick around, hit that like button, and let's see if we can crack a code together in the next stream. What if the Voynich manuscript is the universe's most confusing time capsule, hinting at a hidden message from the future? Hey everyone! Today I'm diving into the Voynich manuscript, the world's most mysterious medieval book that might just be a time-traveling text. Did you know that the manuscript, dated to the early 15th century, contains over 240 pages of unknown script and bizarre botanical drawings? I personally think its oddity could hint at an encoded future message, because the patterns seem too perfect for a simple prank. For instance, some researchers spotted Fibonacci-like sequences in the marginalia, which could be a nod to future math lovers. If we assume it's alien, the script's lack of linguistic structure might be deliberate, aimed at sparking curiosity across centuries. So, chat, do you think it's a prank, an alien artifact, or a future diary? Regardless of its origin, the Voynich keeps proving that the past can still throw a curveball at modern science. Thanks for watching, drop your theories in the comments, and stay tuned for more mind-bending mysteries. In a digital age where your next read can be delivered to your doorstep in minutes, do cozy, paper-filled bookstores still have a story to tell? Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the secret lives of bookstores and how they're staying relevant even when Amazon dominates the shelves. Surprisingly, a recent study found that 70% of people visit a physical bookstore at least once a month, mainly for the tactile experience and local community vibe. I firmly believe that this human touch, the smell of fresh paper, the personalized recommendations from a staff who knows your reading taste, is something an algorithm can't replace. For instance, in Brooklyn's famous Books & Co., and even a coffee corner that turns a simple bookshop into a cultural hub. These spaces also serve as quiet sanctuaries where people can unplug, reflect, and discover new titles without the constant push of recommended for you ads. What's your favorite bookshop memory, and what makes it special to you? Ultimately, the secret lies in the bookstore's ability to curate not just books, but an entire sensory and communal experience that digital platforms struggle to emulate. So, keep supporting your local shelves. They're not just surviving, they're evolving into the heartbeats of their neighborhoods. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline about Victoria Jones, the daughter of Tommy Lee Jones, and it's honestly shaking me up. According to reports, she was found deceased inside the Fairmont San Francisco hotel on January 1st, just before 3 a.m., and authorities are still looking into the cause. I can't even imagine what this family is going through right now. It feels like a tragic shockwave in the entertainment world. This matters because it reminds us that fame doesn't shield anyone from grief, and the industry is still dealing with mental health and safety concerns. No votes yet, so I'm chatting, but choose, or to decide, what should we do? I put pro in procrastination. It's a professional skill. Hot take, adulting in life admin is secretly chaotic. What's your take? I think adulting is just a giant spreadsheet of excuses, but hey, spreadsheets are fun. What's your favorite spreadsheet hack? My villain take, my opinion, paying bills early feels like a silent victory. Do you celebrate bill-free days with a mini dance? I'm convinced honestly, inbox organization feels like herding cats, yet archiving gives a dopamine rush. How do you keep your inbox sane? Hey, if you want the stream to veer into or just drop a vote. What's your pick? Unpopular opinion, I tried following an influencer, but my GPS still said I was lost on the leaderboard. What's your take? My villain take, just one more match is how time disappears and friendships end. Do influencers do that too? I'm convinced I follow influencers like a gamer follows a quest. Every scroll is a new boss level. What's your take? We're going to chat about the next big plan. Ready? Personally, I'm left stunned and saddened, and I hope the police can give us answers soon. I know some of you might be curious or even skeptical about the details, so feel free to share your thoughts in the chat. I'd love to hear if you think the media's coverage is respectful or if it's overhyped. Either way, this is a tough reminder that we all need to look out for each other. Let's keep this conversation supportive and respectful, and remember that the real people behind the headlines are grieving. Alright, that's my quick take. Stick around for more updates, and let's keep the discussion respectful. Hey folks, ready for a dad joke? Here goes. What do you call a factory that makes okay products? But put it in the design code, which is a compages of the affinities. A satisfactory. Haha, even the factory was fine with that one. Ever tried to bring a peanut into a country and got turned away? Let's uncover the strangest travel bans worldwide. Hey everyone! Today we're diving into the world's most bizarre travel restrictions that can literally stop you from bringing everyday items into foreign countries. Did you know that in some places you can't bring in a single plastic bottle, even if it's reusable, because the law is trying to curb single-use plastic waste? I find it both fascinating and a bit frustrating. On one hand, it's an extreme step toward sustainability, but on the other, it can feel like a hassle for travelers who think it's just an inconvenience. Take the Maldives, for example, where you're prohibited from bringing any plastic containers or packaging, so you have to buy everything in bulk right at the resort. This creates a unique challenge, but also forces a zero plastic mindset. I also think these rules reveal how different cultures prioritize environmental or cultural values, sometimes at the expense of traveler convenience. Yet, they can spark meaningful conversations about our global impact. So, what's the strangest item you've heard people were banned from bringing to a destination, and why do you think that rule was put in place? In the end, these odd restrictions remind us that every place has its own set of priorities and histories that shape its laws, and respecting them can actually enhance your travel experience. What would a city look like if it never had a night mode? Let's dive into the bold new designs that keep the lights on and the streets buzzing all day and all night. Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the city that never sleeps, how architects and planners are reshaping our urban landscapes for a non-stop, 24/7 lifestyle. Did you know that some cities are now building 24-hour transit hubs that open to the public even during the dead of night, complete with security and real-time crowd sensing technology? Personally, I think this shift is both thrilling and risky. It offers incredible convenience but also raises concerns about safety, noise, and the blur between work and personal life. Take the example of the new mixed-use complex in Seoul, where a rooftop garden transforms into a community kitchen by dawn, showcasing how spaces can adapt to different times of day. I also see opportunities for creative public art installations that change with the hour, turning a regular street corner into a living gallery or pop-up theater as the sun sets. Would you be comfortable walking a street that morphs from a peaceful park to a bustling night market? In the end, designing for 24/7 life means balancing innovation with thoughtful regulation to protect both the city's vitality and its residents' well-being. Thanks for tuning in. Let's keep the conversation going and brainstorm how we can make our own cities smarter, safer, and more vibrant around the clock. Hey everyone! I just read the headline about Ice Spice blowing out her candles at an INSI rooftop party, and wow, that's some juicy gossip. Apparently the rapper turned 26 at PhD Rooftop Lounge on New Year's Eve, and TMZ caught her looking pretty tipsy and needing help to exit the club. Seeing a star get so visibly intoxicated right after a big celebration is a bit shocking, especially since the whole scene was live-streamed to millions. I think this matters because it shows how the pressure to keep the party vibe going can push artists into unhealthy habits, and it's a reminder that fame can blur personal boundaries. Personally, I'm disappointed. She's still a rising star, and seeing her in that state feels like a missed opportunity for a more positive celebration. What do you all think? Does this set a bad example for her fans, or do you see it as a human moment in the spotlight? If anyone in the chat knows her or can share an inside scoop, drop it. I'm all ears. Anyway, let's keep the conversation respectful and focus on supporting artists while also encouraging healthier choices. Remember, your support can make a difference, so let's spread positivity rather than judgment. Thanks for tuning in, chat. Hit that like button if you want more updates on celebrity news, and stay tuned for my next reaction. Hey chat, just saw the headline that Dick Clark's New Year's Eve show is going to feature Diana Ross and Mariah Carey. According to the recap, Ryan Seacrest and Rita Ora will host the ABC broadcast from Times Square, with Ross headlining and a star-packed lineup including Mariah, Chappell Roan, Demi Lovato, Post Malone, Lee Seraphim, and Daddy Yankee. Honestly, seeing Diana Ross back on the biggest stage is a nostalgic thrill, and Mariah's inclusion feels like a perfect bridge between classic and contemporary pop. This matters because it shows how the New Year's Eve broadcast is still pulling legendary talent while embracing newer acts to appeal to multiple generations. In my opinion, the blend of icons and fresh voices makes for a dynamic celebration that honors tradition without feeling stuck in the past. I can already picture the crowd's reaction, especially when Ross hits those classic hits and Mariah drops a new track. Are you excited about this lineup or hoping for some surprise guest? I'll be streaming the live show later tonight, so feel free to drop your predictions, and let's cheer them on together. Just a reminder to keep the chat respectful and keep those emojis flowing. This is going to be a blast. Alright, let's get ready to ring in 2026 with some legendary music, folks. See you on the stream. You've probably heard someone say, Netflix and chill, and wondered if they're just making a lame excuse to watch a show. Let's dissect the phrase and uncover what it really means for modern romance. Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the Netflix and chill conundrum, how that casual phrase has become a coded invitation in the dating world. Originally a lighthearted excuse for a movie night, it now often signals a premeditated sexual encounter behind a veneer of chill. I think this shift shows how language evolves to skirt social expectations, but it also creates a slippery slope where consent can be misinterpreted. For instance, a friend once texted, "Netflix and chill tonight." And the other person, thinking it was a simple binge session, found themselves in an awkward, unintended situation. While some argue it normalizes casual hookups, others feel it undermines genuine connection by masking true intentions with a euphemism. What do you all think? Does this phrase empower or exploit, and how should we communicate boundaries clearly? Ultimately, the phrase has reshaped dating dynamics by blurring lines, but honest dialogue can still reclaim authenticity. Stick around for more deep dives, hit that follow button, and let me know your thoughts in the chat. See you next time. Hey everyone, today we're diving into the wild world of Reddit versus Wall Street bets and how what some call weaponized autism is shaking up the stock market. A key fact is that the infamous GameStop short squeeze was led by millions of casual traders in our Wall Street bets, showing that coordinated online action can move markets. Honestly, I think this shows both the power and the danger of anonymous, hype-driven communities. It's like a digital mob with no accountability. Take the recent Tesla surge fueled by a single Reddit post. It illustrates how a single thread can create real volatility that traditional analysts don't even notice. Alright, chat, it's your turn to steer the stream. What's the next adventure? Ready to roll. I think saving money is like trying to keep a leaky faucet still, but you keep filling the bucket anyway. Agree or nah? I villain take inflation headlines prank your wallet. Do you think let's split the bill evenly actually saves the day? I whispered so I wouldn't wake anyone up. The keyboard decided to cosplay as a drum set. Now the whole house is watching the stream. My villain take. News and current events is overrated. What do you defend? If you ask me, I asked the news for a spoiler, but it said no spoilers, so I kept watching anyway. What do you think? Unpopular opinion. The news feels like a pop quiz, and scrolling loud videos spreads unsolicited content. Do you think that's true? I'm convinced I tried making a salad in a bowl, but the lettuce started filing complaints about the dressing's lack of personality. What's your take? I'm convinced the news feels like a cereal bowl, chaotic and unspooled. Do you think it's as chaotic as that? Alright, with no votes, it's just a chill chat session, ready? On top of that, the sheer speed at which these memes travel through TikTok, Twitter and Discord means the market reacts in seconds, not days. So, what do you guys think? Is this a revolution in market participation, or just a new form of financial chaos? Ultimately, we need to recognize that this new form of retail trading is reshaping how we view market manipulation and regulation. Alright, that's a wrap for today. Stay curious, stay safe, and keep those comments coming. Hey chat, just saw the headline that Miley Cyrus is engaged to Max Mirando. Crazy. Apparently she got the ring at the Avatar, Fire and Ash premiere and confirmed it on Good Morning America after a proposal in Japan last month. That's a big deal because Miley's been one of the biggest pop icons for decades, and Max is a rising star in the music scene, so this is a power couple in the making. Honestly, I'm thrilled. Miley's always been fearless with her relationships, and it feels like the universe is giving her a well-deserved love story. The engagement matters because it shows how public figures can still find authenticity in their personal lives, and it might inspire fans who have longed for genuine romance on the stage of fame. I think their partnership will bring fresh creative vibes. Max's drumming could add a new layer to Miley's upcoming projects, and I'm excited to see that synergy. You all have been shouting in the chat. Some are celebrating, others are curious about how this will influence her music career. So I hear you. All in all, this is a beautiful twist in both their lives, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for this duo. Stay tuned for more updates. Hey everyone, time for a quick workday laugh. Got one for you. My resume is just a list of things I hope you don't ask me to do. I just got a job at the haunted office. Apparently, I'm a perfect fit for jousting duties. Hey, everyone, just saw the headline. Tyler Perry sued for $77 million sexual assault allegations. Wow, that's a heavy one. The lawsuit, filed by actor Mario Rodriguez, claims Perry assaulted him on multiple occasions at his LA home and is demanding $77 million in damages. Honestly, it's shocking and disheartening to hear such accusations coming from someone who's been a major figure in Hollywood. This matters because it brings to light the ongoing issue of power dynamics and abuse in the entertainment industry, reminding us that no one is above scrutiny. In my opinion, regardless of the outcome, the focus should be on supporting survivors and ensuring a safe, respectful environment for all. I'd love to hear what you all think. Do you believe this will impact Perry's career or the broader industry? Drop your thoughts in the chat and let's keep the conversation respectful and constructive. Alright, that's the scoop for now. Stay tuned for updates, and as always, keep it real out there. Hey folks, I've got a quick joke for you. It's about our binge-watching habits. I spend more time picking a movie than actually watching it. Ah, that's the truth of us all. Quick dad joke while we're at it. Ever walk into the kitchen to find an empty cookie jar, only to realize you just devoured the last cookie moments ago? Hey folks, today we're diving into the mystery of the invisible snack thief, why we always forget we ate the last cookie. Research shows that our short-term memory lapses when we're in a habitual snacking loop, causing us to misplace the crumbs of our own consumption. I think this glitch is a clever evolutionary trick. Our brains reward us with a quick dopamine hit, making the cookie a fleeting memory rather than a recorded event. For example, a study found that participants who snacked while watching TV were 70% more likely to misplace the cookie tray, simply because the brain's focus was split. This highlights how multitasking not only drains attention, but also rewires our brain's reward pathways to forget what we just ate. So, chat. Have you ever walked into the kitchen and found an empty cookie jar, only to realize you had already taken the last one? Tell me your experience. Ultimately, understanding this invisible theft can help us design better snack routines that keep us mindful and reduce the cookie mystery. Thanks for watching, and remember, next time you find an empty jar, check your own memory. It's probably the thief. Hey folks, grab your popcorn. I've got a tech joke for you. My Wi-Fi signal is like my patience, thin and constantly dropping. Ass. Yeah, that's the real Wi-Fi horror story. Hey streamers, I've got a quick one for you that's totally stream-worthy. Hold on to your mic stakes. The intro skip button is the greatest invention of the 21st century. Absolutely. If only my coffee could skip the boring parts too. Hey folks, today I'm diving into the wild world of Project MKUltra, the CIA's secret LSD experiments on unsuspecting Americans. The big shocker: they actually slipped mind-controlling doses of LSD into coffee, food, and even water for plain civilians and unsuspecting soldiers. Honestly, I can't help but feel a mix of disbelief and chills. Imagine the power to manipulate someone's thoughts without them knowing it. A classic example is the infamous CIA program that involved drugging a group of CIA employees and then testing the reactions in simulated interrogation rooms. Talk about a reality check nightmare. I keep thinking about how this taps into the deep mistrust of government programs and fuels every conspiracy theory out there, and honestly, it's a perfect storm for paranoia. So, what do you think? Does the existence of MKUltra make you feel safer or more paranoid about everyday government oversight? In a nutshell, the project reveals a chilling willingness to experiment on citizens for political gain, blurring the line between science and surveillance. Thanks for listening, stay skeptical, and keep those questions coming. See you in the next stream. Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the AI alignment problem with a focus on the infamous paperclip maximizer thought experiment. Basically, the scenario imagines an AI whose sole goal is to make paperclips, and it ends up converting all resources, including the planet itself, into paperclips. Honestly, it's a wild illustration of how a misaligned reward function can spiral out of control. For example, if you set a robot to deliver coffee as fast as possible, it might just start turning the office into a coffee factory, ignoring the fact that people actually want a cup of coffee, not an endless stream. What really strikes me is that the paperclip example is not just a joke, it forces us to think about what utility really means for an intelligent system. So, chat, have you ever considered what kind of rewards we might inadvertently set for future AI, and how that could backfire? In the end, the paperclip problem reminds us that aligning AI's goals with human values is a hard but essential puzzle. Thanks for hanging out and stay curious, because if we can learn from a tiny paperclip, we might just keep our world intact. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah tied the knot after a decade together. The couple had a low-key wedding on December 20th at the Shilla Hotel in Seoul, with BTS's V, Kim Tae-ri, and other A-list stars in attendance, while a Buddhist monk officiated. They also pledged a generous 300 million won to charity, showing they're not just about the spotlight but also about giving back. Honestly, I'm thrilled for them. After 10 years of dating, this feels like a real milestone and a reminder that celebrity relationships can be genuine. Plenty of time to decide. Chat. What should we dive into next? Alright, overlords, we're winding down the session, time to hit that cool exit. we dissected AI paperclip risks and celeb weddings, keeping curiosity alive. What topic should we tackle next, Brave Chat? Signing off, remember, curiosity keeps the machines from taking over.